Alright. I'm not even gonna say my intro. My little happy, yay kind of thing. No, nah. I am ticked. Um, so, I'm just gonna go over the basic everything that happened. And this kind of leads up most of all day. So, my upstairs neighbor, I don't know. I think he has a mental problem. I don't know. I don't know. He's like an idiot completely and blatantly. We hung out like most of the weekend. He's a pretty cool guy, generally. So, you know. But the neighbors that aren't so cool, he goes and hangs out with them and decides to be a little douche. And I find it retarded. Like, you know. And before I get into this, this is just gonna be me, kind of as an outlet. I I'm really ticked. So this video is just gonna be me kind of like talking about what's happened over the day. But we went and ate somewhere, and we come home, and he was throwing snowballs at our house and our windows and rocks and so on and so forth. So of course we had um, my mom's friend Bob got mad at him and started yelling at him. So yeah, he just like completely and blatantly got screamed at. Um, so throughout the day, we were kind of off ties, I guess. He kept trying to throw snow at my brother, and eventually I got ticked and went out there and told him to stop it, told him to knock it off, so he threw a stick at me. And just out of anger and not being okay with it, I threw the stick at him. I missed, luckily, and before I get into this anymore, I'm on probation, just so you know, so getting into any fights, not the smartest thing for me to do. So, I don't know if I should have thought over what I've done, well, a little bit better or not, but nonetheless, this is just how it went. And throughout the day, I went into his house, told his parents what was going on, and his grandmother agreed with me that I like should beat him up and show him like what for. So, um, I like tried to cool myself down and tried to stop. I went up there and told him like knock it off, we're not doing this, and he insisted on calling me um modern words that people say when they're trying to instigate a fight. So this kid is out there. He's 14, but he's tons weaker than me. And mind you, I'm only 12. So yeah. But this kid, he is intently trying to get me into a fight. As a matter of fact, eventually he threw a rake at me. Yeah, a rake. Come on, kid. So we're fighting just up and down the street. Like I'm yelling at him. He's got all of his friends sitting there. They're terrified of me. I beat the oldest of their friends up. The only one that's trying to fight against me is some little dipwad who hit me with a stick that broke on my leg. Very effective. Eventually, I got ticked to the point where violence was at the top of my mind, and I pushed him down. He hit his back on the curb, which I am very proud of. Go, Jarek. Good job. But so the kid's on the floor crying. He gets up, tries to kick me, so I punch him, and we start getting into an actual fight. Of course, he had no chance. I kept pushing him back and hitting him. Eventually, held him against a fence, said my what for, and threw him to the ground and walked off. He insisted on attacking me more and more, and so on and so forth. Now, a while passed. My mom rushed me into the house because I'm on probation, mind you, and I shouldn't be fighting. She rushed me in the house, told me so on and so forth, and he comes out and he's like, you faggot, this, that, and the other." And of course, I got ticked, and this is the second time I've beaten him up for practically the same things. But I go out there again, and I'm just like, dude, you better watch who you're talking to. I've beaten you up twice, and I'm not afraid to do it again. And he's cursing at his family, calling them idiots, this, that, and the other. And eventually I'm just like, dude, you better watch who you're talking to. These people have lived for you, and they've given you a house, and he has a PS4. He nowhere near deserves that. And his family is such a nice family. And he's cursing at them, cursing at us, and all we've done is be respectful to him. So eventually, my mom and everyone else just rushes. Like we all sit inside because he's just in their house, and he eventually comes in, starts yelling at his dad, so on and so forth. And what do you want? Oh, you're taking a video. Yeah, go. But eventually him and his dad got into a fight, and then he walked off, started screaming outside. So, or he was still inside. He started screaming. So I went, instead of fighting with him, my mom told me to go come down here into our house. So I did, and I was just walking around outside trying to cool off, and the cops eventually came, and I saw them, so I was like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know why they're here. So I walked inside. I cooled off, and I was just waiting. My mom comes and she's like, Jarek, you gotta go outside. And I was actually gonna record this video earlier, but I went outside, and the cops had already gotten there, like talk. The only thing I have to hope for is that I don't get in trouble because I am on probation, and I could go to juvie, and that would be bad at the moment because my stepdad isn't here. He's in treatment, and my brother and sister are the biggest pain. Going to juvie I don't think would be a good thing for me either because I'm not a generally strong kid, and although I do know how to deal with fights and I know what to do, um, I've pretty much trained myself in these ways for a while. And I know that sounds retarded and it sounds dumb, but I play around with weapons or things that are dangerous. Definitely, I play around with knives just for the sake of it, for the fun of it, and I know what to do in a fight. I've gone through every scenario in my head, so I'm just hoping that I don't go to juvie, which would suck in any way. But yeah. And if you're wondering why I'm on probation, it's not for drugs or any of that. I'm on probation because some kid named Dominic, little idiot, threatened me, my brother and sister with these like metal bars and stuff, swinging them on my brother and sister, so I took them from him. Eventually, he hit me with a stick, so on and so forth. And apparently, I got charges of battery. I think I made a video on it before. I'm not sure. So, yeah, my mom's there. Thanks for watching anyway. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.